Hey there, people. Oh, frig sakes. I think I need a new freaking mattress for my bed or some nonsense. Every morning I wake up and it feels like there's like a problem in my back. And yeah, my back like really friggin' hurts and shit. But feels better after I farted. Maybe it was just gas buildup. I don't know. Another frickin' cold one out there today, boys. Yup, she's a cold one. We are looking at minus 16 right now. Sure, it's clear skies. Feels like minus 25, and this feels like a fart. Oh, no, that was a little poop. So we got to work today from 4 to midnight. Not a big deal, not a big deal. But it's currently 2:45 right now, so that's kind of a big deal, I guess, I suppose. I don't know. We'll see. And things, yeah. So as you may have noticed, March is the month of fucked up Skaven games. A lot of the videos in Skaven games, either you can hear me and not anybody else, or you can hear everybody else and not me. And there's like only Minecraft and the odd War Thunder that you can hear both parties. I have no idea what happened, but when I moved everything out of the other room into here, everything got jibber jab. Like things just changed configurations and nothing worked right, and oh, it was just a pain in the dink. But I think I got it all set up as far as the PC gaming goes. No, I just have to quit yawning. No, I just have to quit yawning and then get the PlayStation 3 all hooked up and configured and stuff. And then once I got them both like situated and working mint, well, we should have no more disruptions for Skaven games and be able to get some good gameplay videos where you hear me, hear the game, hear the person on Skype if we're playing a 2-player or whatever, and life should be good, hopefully. Oh shit. I think my internet just shit the bed, boys. Yup. Pretty sure my internet just shit the bed. Frig sakes. Oh, I love it when the internet fails, you know, because I don't need that. That and it's so close to going into work. Hoping it's just mine that's needing to reboot and not freaking everybody's internet that's out. Because otherwise that means for a long freaking busy night tonight. And all this farting is telling me something, dudes. I gotta go drop a deuce. That was needed. Hey, my back problems don't hurt anymore. Maybe I just really had to poop. Oh, but yeah, internet's still dead. Son of a bitch. Probably saying, why are you showing me Skype? Well, you see that, oh, right now it's a blurry circle. You see that spinny thing? That means it's trying to connect to the server, and every time the internet fails, that thing fails. Chances are it's probably the gateway. They're probably doing the upgrades to it. They're saying by March 18th to the 25th there's supposed to be a fix, and my internet will be more stable. Like last night, Logie and I were doing a FaceTime. And or FaceTime, for sakes, not FaceTime, Skype call. And while we were doing a Skype call, we were playing that Words with Friends and just chatting and fucking writing down ridiculous words. That game is dicked. Words with Friends is dick. I was writing in words that I never even heard of. Like, it won't take slang, like if you drop the C-bomb, you know? It won't take that. But you put in photog, P-H-O-T-O-G. That's slang for photographer. Like, oh man, what a great photog you are, brah, you know? That's like slang for photographer. Oh, I need to hire me a photog, about to go do some wicked shit, you know? Slang accepts it. Just friggin' dumb. Like, the game is so ridiculous, the words it takes. Like, I'm not too bad at making words. My problem is placing the words properly, because they have these like triple word tiles, double word tiles, triple letter, double letter tiles. And I'll try to make an awesome letter, but it goes across like blanks, which gives you no bonus. Then Logie comes out of nowhere and drops like cat for friggin' 52 points because he put it on a triple word score, and it's like, son of a bitch, like, you know, totally just cocked me over and things. But fun game, but some of the words you can write that it accepts are just flat out ridiculous. Starting to think I need a new router because the error messages from here showed is not good. Yeah, it is a pretty old router. We bought this when she was still here, and that was like 2-3 years ago, so this D-Link lasted us 4 years. Well, her 3, me 4. It's the DIR 825. Been a good router, but lately it's been doing this funky thing where it just forgets like how to work. Like, it'll just lose its IP address and all of its settings. And normally if I'm downloading something, like for instance doing a Steam update, which I bet you any money that computer did it, that one right there was doing a Steam update. If the speed holds higher than 400 megabits per second. Sorry, let me come back to that. If the speed's higher than 400 kilobits a second, that's better. Megabits. Holy shit, I would love that speed. But if it goes higher than 400 kilobits and gets into the 1 megabit a second and it holds it there too long, for some reason the router shits the bed and drops the internet. Just drops it. Goes, nope. forget it, no more internet, we're done. Vacation, going to Dominican, I'm done. You know, shuts her down. So I tried to do a firmware update. Friggin' router won't take a firmware update. Won't take it. It's like, no. So I'm like, okay, try again. No. So it just comes back and it doesn't like the bin. Meanwhile, it's directly off a D-Link site from the router suggestion. Like you go into the update your router settings and it's right there. So you click on it and it should work right now. No, it doesn't want to. It's got things. It doesn't want to work. So, son of a bitch, the router does not want to be updated and it just wants to crash. So that's why I'm thinking, maybe it's time to get a new router in the very near future. Something with cooler features and things. Maybe one I can plug a hard drive into. That'd be kind of neat. Oh, holy shit, she's a cold one out today, boys. Also, to let you know, I haven't done any work over here with the Sony last night. I was too busy on Skype and stuff, just chilling out. Probably gonna do that tonight when I get home, test out the mic, and well, just gotta open the door here, and I got my hands full of stuff. Little sideways action for you. I have my hands full of my cell phone and the L-Rider Lambo with the dripper and all that nonsense, because I fired up the car didn't want to really start, because it's being bitchy. It's also minus 35 out. Gonna sit you guys down there, get shit going, because we gotta go, people. It's work time, but before we go to work, you guys even see me? Oh, probably not. I'm probably just a pixel off in the corner somewhere. Before we go to work, I need to make a lunch, because I'm thinking this week I'm going to try and avoid going to the Mike's Mart, which is the local convenience store. Well, I want to bring a lunch. Oh, there's my lunchbox. For sakes, it's on top of the fridge. I want to start going to, or stop going to the store and start, you know, making my lunch and bringing a lunch with me, rather than always going to the Mike's Mart and friggin' buying sandwiches, because they sell a sandwich at the Mike's Mart, and this is ridiculous. It's like $4 a sandwich. So you buy like 2 sandwiches or so, and you friggin' right there, that's $8. And then you're like, oh, well, maybe I need some beverage. So you buy some beverage, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna get a caffeine drink. I'm gonna get a Monster Energy drink. So you get a Monster Energy drink, and you're looking at another $4. So you're already up to $12 with 2 sandwiches. Then you're like, oh, maybe I should get a snack for like later on in the night or something, because I'm probably gonna get hungry again after I eat these 2 sandwiches and shit. So then you grab a snack, like a bag of chips or something, all this unhealthy nonsense, right? So you grab that and you friggin' drive that into you, and then you're pretty much at $20 when you're done. $20 a day. So if you do the math in a week, that's $100 a week in lunch. Meanwhile, last night when I went to the grocery store, I bought 2 things of cold cuts. They're pepperonis. I don't know why she's like over there fucking meowing away and weird. But like, well, this one doesn't have the price on. But basically, you go to the grocery store, and normally these packs are glued together. I just cut them off because they're easier to put in the fridge. But $5 for 2 packs of salami, or pepperoni, sorry. That's not too bad. So you buy that, $5. A loaf of bread is like, well, I bought 2 loaves of bread. I got one in the freezer, one in the cupboard. That there, a loaf of bread at the grocery store is about $1.99. I bought the good stuff. It was $2.39. It's Dempster's Choice. It's pretty tasty stuff for $2.39. You know, and then they had a deal on these in-house brand selection granola bars, peanut free. They're on sale for 97 cents a box. So I bought like 4 of those because, fuck, whenever you're hungry and you just need a snack, eat a granola bar, you know? What the frig, why not? Drive a granola bar into you, it'll solve your hunger for the time being, you know, give you about maybe an hour's worth before your body goes, dude, now let's get some real food up in you. So, you know, and then I figured, well, I don't eat a lot of fruit. I never eat a lot of fruit. That's my problem. I don't eat a lot of fruit or a lot of veg. So, I also bought a bag of apples because I love apples. Also apologize for the poor lighting. I'm currently aiming that camera at the friggin' window, and the window's brighter than frig right now. But there we go, people. My lunch is made. Let's strap on the coat, head out to the car. We'll check for flat tires, and then frig off to work. Yeah, buddy. Frig sakes, people. I don't know if this gauge is working. It says that the tire's almost full, but I think you guys are right about these rims being corroded and stuff. So they're going to need to be looked at. Just going to pump some air into it and see what happens. See if I can get it off the ground or something. Frig sake. Not the same tire that always goes flat though. This is the different one. This is on the driver's side. Normally it's the passenger side that goes flat. Oh, frig sakes. Jesus. I don't know what it is with kids these days. Like, you're walking on the street, you should be looking where you're going, not staring at the fucking ground. Like, there's nothing down there. Just, like, road and stuff, you know? And no, let's stare at the frickin' ground Oh, shit. Let's stare at the freaking ground and look at nothing while there's cars traveling around. And like back there, I went to make the turn, and there was a school bus who took a wide angle. It was consuming most of the road, so I had to take the soft shoulder. And there's this kid just like fucking going real slow, walking like he's like kicking really slow, like taking baby steps and things. It's like I wanted to get on the horn and just scare the shit out of him. Be like, bro, quit being a moper and get the frig out of the way. We got things. And then again, my friend posts this picture to Facebook about the new way kids have to do math. And it's like, are you fucking serious? Now I understand why kids are so stupid. Like, why they're getting so lazy and dumb. Like, allowing a calculator in math class, we were never allowed that. We had to learn how to use the best calculator in the world, our brain. Now you're allowed a calculator, and if for some reason your calculator doesn't have a solar battery bank, and you know it doesn't have this and that, and I totally didn't signal when I did that turn, I bet you that person in the Honda Civic behind me is yelling at me. But anyway, then you do it this way, and they show this whole new way of doing like a subtraction, like to find out how much 32 minus 30 is, and like it's completely ridiculous. Like everybody knows it's 2, but if you just wrote down 2, the answer is 2, you fail. Because they're like, oh, show us how you came to that. Well, it's simple. Because when you take away 30 from 32, you have 2. How simple is that? No. You got to sit there and like friggin' take the 32, and then you got to like bring it down to 30, and then you got to like, so you got to subtract 2 from it, and then you got to subtract a multiple of 10, and then you get your number, and it's like, oh, for frig's sakes, it's so ridiculous the way they have it set up. And it's like so much easier the old-fashioned way of just doing it. Just knowing, not being stupid. Oh, sucker of cocks, where the hell is it? Fuck, she's right behind me, boys. We got an ambulance coming up. Is it turning or is it going straight? That son of a bitch is going straight. We're gonna have to fucking bank her. Like I just curbed the car there. That was fucking fun. Yup. He's gotta go, he's got things. But like even looking at some of the stuff that they're teaching in schools and how they're teaching it, it's no wonder kids don't know shit these days. Like they're not even trying, it seems. Like, I'm not saying the kids aren't trying, I'm saying the education board is not trying. They're not teaching right. They're not, you gotta, a young brain of a child is the most easily influenced and taught brain out there. Because they want to absorb that knowledge. They want to learn that knowledge. They need that. And if you don't challenge that brain, oh, well, the kid has ADHD. That's why. Doesn't want to learn because she has or he has ADHD. Right away, pulling out the freaking Ritalin pills because the kid doesn't want to learn. No, that kid wants to be fucking challenged. You got to put that kid to the limit and give her, None of this, like, showing them easy solutions and stuff. Let kids figure shit out for themselves. Teach them the right way to do something, but let them figure it out for themselves. And if they ask you, okay, well, can you explain this again? Then you explain it. That's how I was taught. And I turned out to be a pretty good troubleshooter. I can troubleshoot my way out of a lot of shit. Even things that I don't know how to do, like welding. I welded my own tie rod. I figured it out. I learned how to research. Kids nowadays don't know how to research. They don't know how to look things up. They don't know how to figure out how to do things for themselves. I'm sure if I wanted to, mind you, my problem with the plumbing in the house is I'm a little too large to get to where I need to go to do the work. Not really that I'm fat. Well, I am fat, but that's more or less a height problem, and all the plumbing's in a location that's a hour and a half to get to because of my size. But yeah, like it's kind of brutal with I just think it's ridiculous the way the school board is, Like, that's what was funny when I was in high school taking French. I went to a Catholic French school from grade 1 to grade 8. Alright, so I was pretty damn good with my French. I can still speak it pretty good, but the spelling and the grammar and all that's pretty much lost because I don't use it every day. Actually, I haven't used it ever. I can read French. Like, if I see something in French, I can read it, but I would need to take a refresher course in order to write in it. That's a given. But in grade 9 through 12, I went to an English public school, not Catholic, because I was sick and tired of the Catholic ways, my own personal, choice. That, and I was sick and tired of the fact that all the Catholic schools in this town went to a forced wardrobe system where you had to buy their clothes at their overinflated prices. And I was like, screw that nonsense. So I went to a public school where basically you could wear whatever the hell you wanted, so I could be cheap on clothes, or at the time my parents could be cheap on clothes, and life was good. But, you know, I took French from 9 till 13, or OAC, whatever you want to call it, mainly because I wanted this stupid certificate that said you passed that you're bilingual high school certificate. I wanted that. So I took the French class, and I took social sciences in French. I wish math was offered in French, because let me tell you, going from French math to English math, the hardest transition was learning all the new terms and stuff. Oh, not here. I don't want to turn here. But like learning, like, I didn't understand any of the terms because I was so used to hearing them in French that in English they just didn't mean anything to me. And it wasn't until I cracked open the book to the right page with the homework on it and saw what the problem was, I was like, oh, that stuff. Okay, yeah, I can do that. But, yeah, like, when I did the French, it was so pointless. Like, I felt like I knew more than my teacher did, for frig's sakes. Like, I was better, and I could bust out slang, and I could talk proper, and I could bounce back and forth, and like, she didn't understand slang, and it was friggin' hilarious. And then it wasn't until our Quebec trip in grade 13, we did a trip to Quebec, and they only booked us 2 hotel rooms. Where do I fucking go for this? What, right here? Oh, guess right here. I don't even know what the fuck these lights are for. This is dicked. I never got snagged by these sons of bitches. But it wasn't until that trip when I realized that slang would help, because the room that the teacher booked, we didn't get those rooms. We totally didn't get them. They had only 2 singles and 1 double. So the teacher couldn't understand the lady behind the counter because she was just talking all sorts of slang. So I told her, like, I got this. And what I ended up doing was I got us the 2 single rooms for 2 single rooms and the double room for $20 cheaper than the 2 double rooms. And what it was like, we were a small class of like 9 people in the French class. So all the girls, it was like me and a bunch of girls, and the bus driver was a dude. So me and the bus driver each got our own single room, which was awesome. And all the girls, including the teacher, had to go into the double room. And it was friggin' hilarious. Like, and the girls were like, no, we should get one of the single rooms for ourselves, and then we could be all split up and stuff, and it'd be less panic in the morning. And I'm like, hey, who negotiated this deal? You? Yeah, so STFU. I'm taking a single room, Dan's taking a single room, and you girls can fight over the shower in the morning. Don't care. There you go. And I saved us $20. Geico, you know? I always used to get like, you know, 51 and 60s and shit in the class, and she's like, well, you obviously proved yourself that you know what the hell you're doing in French. Why aren't you applying yourself? And that's when I told her, I said, because I found out college only requires you to have the course, not do well in it. And the courses they required me to do well in, I did well in. French wasn't one of them. All I need to do is pass French to be told that I can speak French. Well, to have it on a piece of paper anyway, for frig's sakes. But that's the thing, I wasn't challenged in school, so when you're not challenged, you just don't give a flying fuck, and you won't even bother trying. Like, you'll just sit there and be bored out of your tree, and you'll end up doodling, or friggin' talking to your friends, or playing Angry Birds on friggin' your cell phone or some nonsense. You won't have a care in the world. And that's a big problem with the school board, is they gotta challenge the friggin' students. They gotta, you know, put them to the limit. Give them something to make their brains work. Feed those hungry minds, you know? But anyway, people, I'm at work now. I'm gonna shut her down and head her inside and get this shift over with. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, you know where that like button is. Give it a click. Questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And until next time, people, keep on vlogging.